The day I ruined everything began like any other bad decision in my life. With hunger and curiosity working together, I had been walking for hours through a forest that did not belong on any map I knew. The trees were too tall, their trunks too smooth, and the air carried a strange sweetness that made my thoughts feel slow and warm. We're supposed to be on a simple hiking trip, one last break before returning to my dull office job. One last moment of pretending I was not wasting my life. Then I saw the tree. It stood alone in a small clearing, its bark white like old bone, its branches heavy with silver leaves that whispered even without wind, and the fruit they glowed faintly blue, round and perfect. Like pieces of the sky trapped in skin, I knew I should not touch them. That thought lasted about 3 seconds. Reached up, grabbed one, and bit into. It tasted like nothing I had ever known. Sweet and cold and alive, the flavor racing through my body like lightning for a moment. The world went silent, then something stepped out from behind the tree. It was huge, at least 7 feet tall, with green skin, broad shoulders, and tusks that curved up past its lower lip. On orca, real one. It stared at me with wide yellow eyes. I stared back, frozen. A piece of glowing fruit still in my hand. It spoke first. "You have no idea what you just did." Its voice was deep and rough, like stones grinding together. My brain struggled to catch up. "I can explain," I said, which was stupid, because I had no explanation. The orc walked closer, its expression shifting from shock to something worse, fear. "That fruit," it said, pointing at my hand, "was not meant for you." "I am sorry," I said, holding it out. "You can have the rest." It did not take it. "It is too late," it said. I waited for anger, for violence instead. It asked a question. "How do you feel?" I blinked. "Fine," I said. It frowned. Nothing else. I thought about it. My body felt light, my mind clear, my heart beat steady and strong. "I feel good," I said. The orc stepped back. "That is impossible," before I could ask what it meant. The air around us shifted. The silver leaves began to tremble. The ground pulsed under my feet. The orc looked at the tree, then at me. "It is choosing," it whispered. "Choosing what?" It looked me in the eyes. "Choosing you," I laughed, because it had to be a joke. "I think you have the wrong guy," the tree answered. Before the orc could, a root broke through the soil, thick as my arm, and curled around my ankle, shouted, and tried to pull free. But it did not hurt. It held me gently. Firmly, more roots emerged, wrapping around my legs, my waist. My chest. Panic filled my throat. "What is happening?" The orc did not move to help. It watched with something like awe. "The tree of origin," it said, "has waited 10,000 years for this moment. I did not sign up for this." I yelled. The roots tightened, not crushing, holding, listening. Something flowed through them into me, not pain, not exactly. It was memory. Images flooded my mind. Endless forests, burning skies, battles between creatures beyond imagination, and humans, small, fragile, defiance. Against the dark I saw them fall. I saw them rise again. I saw them refuse to disappear. The vision ended. Roots released. May collapsed. My knees. Gasping, the orc stepped closer. "It has accepted you," it said. "I do not understand." "It created my kind," the orc said, placing a hand on its chest. "It created the elves, the giants, all the elder races." It hesitated. "But not yours." I looked up. "What do you mean?" It tried. It said, "Long ago, it failed." I laughed. "Weakly sounds about right." The orc did not laugh. It did not fail because you were weak. It failed because you were beyond its control. I stared at it. "What the fruit you ate contains its essence. It remakes those who consume it." It paused. "You should be changing." I Looked at my hands, they looked the same. I am not. The orc nodded slowly. That is why it chose you. A low rumble echoed through the clearing. The tree was moving again. One of its branches lowered toward meet the tip hung another fruit bright than the first. The orc stepped back quickly. It is offering more. I shook my head. I do not think that is a good idea. The branch waited patiently. Orc looked at me. If you refuse, it may destroy you. That seems unfair. It does not think like we do. I stared at the fruit. Instinct told me to run, but another feeling grew inside me. Not hunger, not curiosity, responsibility. Tree had been waiting for me. Reached up and took the fruit. The moment my fingers touched it, warmth spread through my chest. The orc whispered something in its language, something that sounded like a prayer. Hesitated. Then I ate this time. The change came instantly. Power surged through my veins, but it did not control me. It listened. It waited like a tool in the hands of its master. The tree shook violently, its leaves flashing with light. The orc fell to one knee. It has never done this, it said. I stood slowly, could feel everything, the ground, the air, the life around me, and the tree. It was not a god, it was afraid. It had created warriors, servants, kings, but humans were different. We did not serve, we chose. The tree did not know what I would choose. I placed my hand on its trunk. Its surface was warm, alive. You are not my master, I said quietly. The power inside me surged, not in anger, but in certainty. You are not my slave either. The tree still listening. We can help each other, I said. The fear faded slowly, carefully. The tree accepted the forest breath. The orc stared at me like I had just changed the shape of the world. What are you? It asked. I thought about E.T. Was not a hero, not a king, not chosen, just human. I am someone who makes bad decisions, I said. The orc laughed, a deep booming sound. Then perhaps there is hope for us all. In the days that followed, everything changed. The elder races came to see me with eyes like stars, giants who shook the earth with every step. Older than history, they expected a ruler. Found Amani did not command. The tree I spoke with, E.T., did not control its power. I shared it, and for the first time, the world began to grow without fear. The orc stayed by my side. My name is Karg. It told me my name is Daniel. I replied. He nodded. A weak name, he said. Probably. I agreed. We stood together beneath the silver leaves. You know, he said, you have changed everything. I watched the fruit glow above us. No, I said, we did. Far away, beyond the forest, beyond the mountains, something dark was waking, something that had destroyed civilizations, that feared the tree, and now it would learn to fear Usbi, 'cause the tree had created warriors, but it had chosen a human, and humans did not belong to anyone. Asterisk.